Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Recha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of 1 Samuel, the 9th chapter. Continuing from where we left off in the 8th chapter, as Israel requested a king of the Lord, to which the Lord told Samuel to, hearken and to make them a king. And so after Samuel sends them away, we see some time after that, we now have the scene with Saul, son of Kish, before us. So this is 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 1. Now there was a man of Benjamin, whose name was Kish, the son of Abiel, the son of Zeror, the son of Bechorath, the son of Aphiah, a Benjamite, a mighty man of power. Okay, meaning that Kish was wealthy, right, influential, one of the top guys out there. And he had a son whose name was Saul, a choice young man. Choice meaning he was like he was what's a good way to reword this? Let me see if some of the other translations have a. Okay, as it says, there was not a more handsome person than him. Okay, so usually when you see like a choice young man or like a goodly, means like he was good looking, well built, sort of like your standard of what's the saying? Guys want to be him, ladies want to be with him, that kind of thing. And there was not among the children of Israel a goodlier person than he. From his shoulders and upward, he was higher than any of the people. So he was tall. He had stature, and he was that guy, as some would say. And the asses of Kish, Saul's father, were lost. So their donkeys, maybe strode off, somehow went missing. And Kish said to Saul his son, "Take now one of the servants with thee, and arise and go seek the asses." So get one of the servants and go see if you can find where they went. And he passed through Mount Ephraim and passed through the land of Shalisha, but they found them not. Then they passed through the land of Shalim, and there they were not. And he passed through the land of the Benjamites, but they found them not. And when they were come into the land of Zuph, Saul said to his servant that was with him, "Come, and let us return, lest my father leave caring for the asses, and take thought for us." So I think it's all right. We've looked all over the place. Let's go back before my father starts to worry about us, and more so than the missing asses. And the servant replied, right? He said unto him, "Behold now, there is in this city a man of God, and he's an honorable man. All that he saith surely cometh surely to pass. Now let us go thither. Peradventure he can shew us our way that we should go." So you know what? Let's do like a one last effort, and maybe we can ask the man of God. He can probably show us where the asses went. Then said Saul to his servant, "But behold, if we go, what shall we bring the man? For the bread is spent in our vessels," meaning it's finished. The term is like when you spend money, it's gone, right? So the bread being spent, meaning it was gone. They finished it or they ate it. "And there is not a present to bring the man of God. What have we?" So how can we go and ask him of this? We don't even have a present. And in the ancient world, that was a thing, right? Like you would come bearing gifts or bring a present or something instead of just coming empty-handed, especially for a situation like this. And the servant answered Saul again and said, "Behold, I have here at hand the fourth part of a shekel of silver. That will I give to the man of God to tell us our way." Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, thus he spake, "Come, and let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer." This little footnote letting you know that in the ancient world, before they were called prophets, they were called seers. So when people went to inquire of the word of the Lord, they would say, hey, let's go to the seer, and see what the Lord has for us. Then said Saul to his servant, well said. Come, let us go. So they went on to the city where the man of God was. And as they went up the hill to the city, they found young maidens going out to draw water. So they likely had their pitchers, probably going to the nearby well to fetch water. And said unto them, excuse me, is the seer here? And they answered them and said, He is. Behold, he is before you. As in, he's up ahead. Make haste now, for he came today to the city, for there is a sacrifice of the people today in the high place. So they're basically having a sacrifice in the city. That's why he's here. So basically, hurry up. Maybe you can catch him before he goes up to the high place, or else it'll probably be harder for you to reach him there. Because the high place was for those that were invited, actually, to that sacrifice. As soon as ye be come into the city, ye shall straightway find him, before he go up to the high place to eat. For the people will not eat until he come, because he doth bless the sacrifice. And afterwards they eat that be bidden. So those that are invited, they basically eat, but they wait for Samuel to come and bless it. So, just go up ahead and you'll be able to find him before he goes. Now therefore get you up, for about this time ye shall find him. And they went into the city, and when they were come into the city, behold, Samuel came out against them. So as they were going into the city, Samuel was coming out. When it says against them, it means like in the opposite direction. Basically, he met them for to go up to the high place. So as he was going up to the high place, they were coming to the city to seek him. Now the Lord Yahweh had told Samuel in his ear a day before Saul came, saying, Tomorrow about this time I will send thee a man out of the land of Benjamin, and thou shalt anoint him to be captain over my people Israel. Basically, he'll be the king, that he may save my people out of the hand of the Philistines. So he would lead Israel, in their battles against the Philistines. For I have looked upon my people, because their cry is come unto me. So you know what? I'm hearkening on to them, right? I'll give them a king, because they keep crying about it. And when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Behold, the man whom I spake to thee of, this same shall reign over my people. Then Saul drew near to Samuel in the gate and said, so when Saul saw Samuel, obviously he didn't know that he was the man of God that the servant was referring to. So he just sees him coming out and Saul going in. So he sees him right there at the gate. And he basically, when he saw him, he got closer to ask him a question. Tell me, I pray thee, where the seer's house is? And Samuel answered Saul and said, I am the seer. Go up before me unto the high place, for ye shall eat with me today and tomorrow, and I will let thee go. And I will tell thee all that is in thine heart. And as for thine asses that were lost 3 days ago, set not thy mind on them, for they are found. And on whom is all the desire of Israel? Is it not unto thee, and on all thy father's house? And at this point, he probably had Saul scratching his head like, well, what do you mean? Why me? Why would, basically Samuel's like, all eyes are on you now. And Saul answered and said, Am not I a Benjamite, of the smallest of the tribes of Israel? And my family the least of all the families of the tribe of Benjamin? Wherefore then speakest thou so to me? So in essence, no, I'm just little old me from the tribe of Benjamin. Why would you say that? And Samuel took Saul and his servant and brought them into the parlor, which was like the chamber or the area in the high place where they would sit to eat, and made them sit in the chiefest place among them that were bidden. So of all those that were invited, he gave Saul and his servant the top seats. which were about 30 persons. And Samuel said unto the cook, Bring the portion which I gave thee, of which I said unto thee, set it by thee. So the portion of the sacrifice that I told you to reserve, yeah, bring that. And the cook took up the shoulder of the animal, and that which was upon it, and set it before Saul. And Samuel said, Behold, that which is left, as in this portion was reserved for you. Set it before thee, and eat. For unto this time hath it been kept for thee, since I said, I have invited the people. So since I basically sent out the invites, I had this part reserved for you. Because remember, he was told ahead of time, Samuel that is, that he would meet Saul. So he made preparations. So Saul did eat with Samuel that day. And when they were come down from the high place into the city, Samuel communed with Saul upon the top of the house. And in the ancient world, the housetops, housetops in the Bible, were actually like a rooftop. It was an area where you could, here's an image. So this area is like stairs leading up to it, but it was an area where you could actually sit, you could talk, you could pray, and so on and so forth. So he basically talks with Saul on the housetop. And they arose early, and it came to pass about the spring of the day, so around the morning area, that Samuel called Saul to the top of the house, saying, Up, that I may send thee away. And Saul arose, and they went out both of them, he and Samuel abroad. So they made their way to leave the city. And as they were going down to the end of the city, Samuel said to Saul, Bid the servant pass on before us. So have your servant go on ahead. And he passed on. But stand thou still a while, that I may shew thee the word of God. So you stay here, let him go ahead. I want to basically tell you what it is that the Lord has told me. And that brings us to the end of 1 Samuel, the 9th chapter. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. Until next time, Shalom.